Toca nosotras con
Helen y
Steph. Hello, guys. En un mundo lleno de un montón de información, we wish to share a truth with you as two bilingual latinas en Nueva York.
la mayoría de cosas que hablaremos serán basadas en nuestra experiencia. And we invite you to join us on this journey.
Come along, come along.
Welcome back.
Yeah. And we're just gonna go straight into our second part of falling apart or falling into place.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna dive right in.
Yeah. Do you guys remember what we said last time?
Yeah.
This part was gonna start with.
Yeah, we did give you guys a little preview. That's okay. We'll talk about it. So we're just gonna talk about certain things that your 20s are too short for. Okay, so we're gonna list them. Not ordering pizza at 4 in the morning, or just eating something at not the right time, like pizza for breakfast or cake for breakfast, or taking a trip that you're maybe too scared to take, or doing a road trip with your best friends. Whatever seems like out of the norm for you, I don't know, just do it. That's where your 20s are too short for that. Something that's a little bit more serious, I guess, is waiting for someone externally to fix your internal self, seeking others to kind of feed you, or not feed you, seeking others to kind of help fix you, or basically just not looking within and not looking to God for him to kind of help you heal, and looking to other people.
Yeah. Something related to that is keeping people that they shouldn't belong to your life anymore. Just let them go. You're too young. You can make new friends. Give that opportunity to new people. And also, I've seen this a lot, and it's kind of sad, and it's holding on to somebody's love because you feel like no one is gonna love you in the future. No one better is gonna come.
Settling. Yikes! Never.
Never settle for a love. There is no love.
Right. Because there's and I've done this before. I've set this idea, okay, this person does this and that, and then that's the whole thing. I'll be okay, that they do that, at least okay, that's it. I'll be fine with that. But then they'll do some crazy stuff that they shouldn't be, and
you just ignore it.
You just ignore it. It's you wear the red sunglasses, and you're just oh, he cooks, and that's good for me. What? There's more to it.
Right.
Another one is only wanting happiness. That's a tricky one, because we're taught oh, happiness is the goal. That's all you need. But there's so much more there's so much more to life than that. You can't always feel content, because how are you gonna grow? Growth doesn't always feel warm and cozy. So the most important things that you experience, they don't actually have to do with happiness, right? You could be stressed, waiting for a new job. That doesn't feel happy, but it's something that needs to happen for you to get to a new place in life, So it's heartbreak, joy, panic, stress, sickness, all these things are part of life, and you just have to be comfortable with it, knowing that there are going to be times where you are going to feel happy, but just be comfortable in the non-happy times. They prepare you.
That's true. So she already mentioned stop eating the food that you don't like. Just find something that you like, and I wanna be specific with healthy food. There's so much healthy food that you stuck in these same plates and same thing. You don't have to do that. Keeping plans that you don't want. If you don't want to do something, don't do it for pressure, or because everybody's doing it. Just don't do it. You're your own person. You can say no. holding on to old clothes because one day they're gonna
Guilty.
feed you. No, stop. Like, let it go. Save money, get new clothes, and then you're gonna feel so much better. Like, when you find clothes that fits you, it's like, wow, like, why
Yo,
did I wait so long for this? Why am I holding on to these tight clothes when I can just get new clothes?
I know. It feels good. Like literally, I've had the same 4 pairs of pants that are like 2 or 3 sizes under what I am now, just sitting on top of my bureau, and I'm just looking at them like I'm probably never gonna fit these again.
And
I
you're
gotta
hurting
let it go.
yourself.
I know it is because it's like if it gives you that mindset, like I don't know, it's like it feeds like an insecurity that doesn't have to be there.
Yeah, I want to read this. It says, the amount of life we waste gathering and holding on to the things that will never really serve us does one
Mm,
thing and only one thing. Keep us away from the things that matter, that bring the things that bring us joy and purpose and meaning for that much
mm,
longer. So whatever you're holding on to, people, thoughts, keeping food away, keeping experiences away, is keeping you away from the good things, like the things that
yeah,
really, really matter.
a lot of it is just out of fear, you
Right?
know. So you can pray for that. God will help you with that.
Yeah. We wanna jump into this new, a little like another chapter, and it's called how intrinsically. How do you say that?
Intrinsically,
Intrinsically, okay.
yeah.
How intrinsically motivated people become the best version of themselves. What do you think when you hear the word intrinsically?
In like inter, so inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like inner work.
Exactly. So, in other words, like intrinsic motivation, engaging behavior because it's personally rewarding, like personally just for you instead of externally. Like it gives
Okay.
you something to yourself, to your mind, to your environment, like whatever
Mm-hmm.
is just for you. I like this how that it says like believing that everything is here to help us. It's like the start for me, the start
Yes.
of something great, because we're gonna talk like deeper on this, but like wanting always something from outside when you already have everything in here. You have your mind, you have your hands, you have your job, you have so many things that you can use to upgrade and be the person that you want. But you're always looking outside. You're always looking like, why do we
Yeah.
want something from the outside when intrinsically, like you have it inside of
Mm-hmm.
you, and you can work with the things you have.
Yeah. When we think like that there's purpose for whatever we're struggling through or whatever pain we're feeling, it like flips a switch in our mind. Um, because like perfect example, we've you guys have heard this before about my liver condition, right? And how at some point I felt like I there was a piece that overcame me because I knew it was going to be temporary. Um, and with that, like I don't want to say that this is something that you can do on your own because I asked God to help me with that. I asked him to help me see what the purpose of this pain was. So that's really important to seek God to help you understand that. Because with that and with your openness to receive his like comfort, it's just you're no longer feeling that pain isn't so big anymore. Like the suffering kind of starts to like dwindle a little bit. Mind you, like pain is pain, so like if it's physical, like it's hard, but there's just a level of like control that you have to let go because the difference between having like an intrinsic and an extrinsic mindset is we believe that like the experience that we're going through is for us rather than like is happening to us. So and it kind of makes you feel a little special in that way because you're like, oh, okay, like this sucks right now, but something must be coming, or there's a reason for this. Like this is, God lets us know that nothing we go through is in vain.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know, it's just like it gives me like a hug because it's like, okay, something God is gonna use me to do something. It's maybe not right now, but I know it's coming. So it is a really big mindset thing that you have to kind of ask God to help you with.
Yeah, and we have to keep in mind that we are not free from suffering in this world.
No.
We are not.
Yeah.
So if you get that in your brain, whenever suffering comes, you're like, yeah, this was supposed to
It's
happen.
part of the plan.
Why should I like worry about like I should just waiting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's have a like happy life quarantine. We're saying like we're gonna have discomfort in this world, but like wait, you were saying wait, God has a purpose for that.
Yeah.
And then jumping into a new chapter, this one flip the switch and it's how to become the person that deserves the life you want. Like how do I become that person? And I want to start with this story. I know most of people have heard this story, so I'm gonna do it like really quick. And it's about the four monkeys in the ladder. So it's
the
like an
monkeys.
experiment. And then four monkeys.
I actually haven't heard of this.
No?
No.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
And
dive into it. So there's four monkeys. There's a ladder, and on top of the ladder, there's like bananas hanging in there. So the first monkey goes up and tries to grab a banana, but when he does that, freezing cold water is falls onto the other three monkeys, like freezing water.
wow.
So they start to beat up the other monkey because anytime he does that, they get freezing cold water.
Like telling him not to.
And then like other monkey tries to do it, they're gonna beat him up. They take a monkey out, they put a new monkey that doesn't know what's going on. And this new monkey sees the banana, goes up to the ladder. Sí, and él trata de agarrar la banana and he gets beat up. He doesn't know why. But he gets beat up. And then they take two monkeys out, they put two monkeys, and they keep doing the same. Anytime a monkey tries to go up, he gets beat up. And then the last monkey's out, they put a new monkey. So all these four monkeys are totally new. But anytime one tries to go and get a banana, it gets beat up. And they never seen the cold water. Because these are all new.
Yeah, this is okay.
But like things have been working in this way all this time. That they just keep doing it. They just keep beating up whoever new.
So
guy.
basically, this is like a something that's taught or like more internally. It's like they knew what to do, and they weren't taught this, right?
What do you mean?
Like so, like what was the results of the experiment? Like what did they say? Is the reason for like the monkeys beating them up? Did they?
Yeah. They're thought. So, for the first monkey, they had a reason. They got the cold water. For the new monkeys, they just learned that like if you go up there, you just get beat up, and you don't know.
Okay.
You don't know the consequences.
Okay, without even knowing about the water.
They don't know anything about the
Yeah.
water. Everybody gets beat up. They beat up people. I mean animals.
I know. So you said about his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what I wanna say with this is like, we are doing things because we're taught this is how it's supposed to be. But like that worked in the past, that probably doesn't work anymore now. But we're internalizing like you're supposed to do this, you have to have a career, you have to do this, car, house,
Yeah,
a school,
American dream.
kids, yeah, come to the States, go here, like, and the more money you make, the more successful you are. Because that's what they're telling us. They've been telling us like we have this in our mind, and what happens when you don't get that? You feel like a failure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I think going off of that, like at a young age, we're kind of pitted against each other all the time because of sports culture, competitions. Like there's always supposed to be a winner and a loser. You know, you go into school and there's like you have honors, then you have first I forgot what it's called. Anyway, honors. So you have these things, and not to say that like it's not wrong to want to achieve high, right? And like have high standards, because that is good to have. But I think sometimes like at least I can say for the American culture, like we lose sight of celebrating the small things because we're always focused on like I have to reach here, and if not, like I suck, or like I don't amount to much. So that's definitely something, and let us know if you guys agree with this. Like that's something that we're definitely taught from a young age, and if you make it, there's people that make it, there's people that don't make it, and like we're just supposed to be okay with that. I don't know about that. Like so, I feel like we should we should start questioning things more, and I think with the new generation they are doing that. Gen Z is like they're not with it. Like they're asking questions, they're going against the grain. So I feel like there's starting to be a change compared to like our parents, for example, right?
Evolution.
Like yeah, like
Even on us. I feel like we're in the middle.
we are so in the middle.
It's like I still thinking like, oh, I should, and then I see like, and then the Gen Z comes to me and I'm like, no,
You're like, no, you don't have to do that. Like you don't
take
have
it
to.
easy.
Yeah.
Go grab a coffee, take the day. I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
That's so true.
Yeah. So yeah. So there is like, we think there is like, we see these stories and I'm like, and then your parents are like, oh, see this person. Like you have to be like, no, you don't have to be like nobody.
No,
There is
girl.
no human being that thinks the same like the other human being. So that means that your results and your life should be different, and it's okay that it's different. And it's not about like you make it or not. It's like, how are you feeling? Are you enjoying it? Are you like? That's what we're supposed to think about it when we do all of these things. Like there is not like a catalog where you like, oh, I'm gonna have this, like I want this, I want to purchase this. Can I have the premium? Like no,
The premium.
the premium version of my life. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't exist. We have to like change our mind.
Yes, girl. Totally agree with that. And like following that, like, that intrinsic versus extrinsic mindset is coming back into this because let's say you're working and the only way you think you can elevate yourself or get promoted is like, you have to do this thing for a few years, or to become a manager you have to wait 5 years. That's literally that exists, right, in a lot of corporate America at least. So like again, it's that switch. Like no one has to be handing you your success. You don't have to seek the hand of others to grant you that happiness, or that to be content with what you have. That all comes from you. That all comes inside. So yeah, it's like being aware of these, what we're taught, and like questioning it, like sitting having those conversations with people, that are from the older generation and the newer generation, like I want to do that. Like I want to see that. I want to see the different mentalities and just kind of like challenge it and like see why we came to that conclusion.
Right.
And then I think about this something that's called like the red car theory. And it's basically, long story short, it's like, let's say you're driving on the highway and somebody asks you, oh, have you seen a red car drive? And you're like, maybe, I don't know, perhaps, whatever. And then the next time she's like, okay, well, how about if I offer you $50 for every red car you see? And they're like, okay, so now I'm going to look for this car. Mm-hmm. So that's just to say, like, there's going to be opportunities that pass you by, but only if you're actually looking and being aware of these things. Then you're like, okay, like I have my eye on this. Let me do like an analyzation, see what I need to do, see what I need to learn, and then I can go do that thing. Right? So like again, it's back to that intrinsic. It's back to like, what do I have? What can I do? How can God help me through this so that I can become I can elevate, I can be more successful, right? It's not always going to be based on somebody else doing it for you.
Yeah. I feel like wanting all the time, like I want this, yeah. is not a good thing. Because you have so many things and you're ignoring them. Like the red cars are passing, but you're like, whatever.
$50.
Yeah, but now that you get offered something from outside, and like, I'm gonna pay attention to the red cars. Like you should be doing that for yourself, not because you're getting something from somebody.
Amen.
So red cars, equal to opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunities are passing by and you're just ignoring. Oh, but your boss told you something. Now I want that. I want that because he told me to.
Right.
Somebody
No.
else told me to. Well, my mom told me like, oh, there is.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's for you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have to find things that align to who you are.
Right.
So whatever comes, like, am I accepting this job because of the money, because my mom told me, because somebody recommended me, or because it aligns with who I want to be in the future, who is the person that I want to build, who, like, where I want to spend the next 5 years. I want to spend in this job, or I want to spend it creating my own business, traveling to this place, or working from home so I can dedicate time for the people that have kids, dedicate more time to the family.
Right. Yeah. And your 20s are, again, this is the perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
You know? Perfect time.
Yeah. Accepting whatever you have is the roof of abundance. Accept what you already have. Embrace it.
Right. You know, so it's okay to tear down those old ideas that people have taught us. You know, we have a mind of our own. Like, use it. Like, make new ideas. Do research. See what, you know, any hobbies that you may have. Like, go into that. Like, try to expand that. You know, you don't have to, just because you're good at something doesn't mean that has to be your whole entire life. It doesn't mean you have to stay in one job because you're good at it. You know, what is driving you? Like, what actually, like, brings a smile to your face? And, like, so, you know, take that time, if you're in that position, right? Maybe not everybody's going through this right now, but, like, it's worth exploring and seeing, like, those, you know, new ideas, and kind of, like, again, challenging the old ones, because you're in charge of, like, you know, your happiness. And yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you and me, we're a good sample for whoever is watching us and listening. Live if you have to live. I left my country, my career, my family. She left her job.
Yeah.
You know, we left because we weren't comfortable. And here we are. Like, God is sustaining us.
Amen.
And I can say, like, I'm much happier after the decision. And
I
you
am
are,
too.
right?
Totally.
So live if you have to live. There's more places to live. There is more jobs. There is new opportunities. There is, like, if you need more hours, ask for hours. If you need more money, work harder. Like, whatever you need, there is gonna be opportunities. God is gonna be just move to the place that you want to be.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, again, contrary to what the world teaches you, like, you're not always supposed to be happy. You're not always supposed, like, things are not always supposed to fit into their little boxes. Like, you know, because that's, like, in that struggle, that's where the faith comes in. That's where you seek the kingdom of God, and He gives you everything you need. So, like when you're surrendering, it's not defeat. Surrendering isn't defeat. It's just saying, like, I can't do this by myself. I can't do this on my own anymore. Like, I need to seek I need to seek the Lord. I need to seek someone who is all powerful, who can give me that in my weakness. So, you know, it's honestly, it brings hope, because, you know, you're no longer, like, kind of putting yourself down, or, like, you're no longer in that mindset of, like, insecurity, like, oh, I can't do this, you know, I don't have enough money, like, you know, whatever it may be. It's kind of that release, because having control of things so much, like, that's just stressful, and it's draining, and it's heavy. Why not lift that heaviness and give it to God?
Yeah.
You know, so that's how it really should be.
Yeah. Also, yeah, there is nothing wrong with the negative space, like the space that you're not using. It's not that you're not using it; you're, like, resting.
Yes.
Because some people think, like, I have to keep going, I have to keep working, like workaholic people. If they don't feel of those spaces, they're wasting money. They're wasting. No.
No girl, no boy.
No girl, no boy. Like, no, you are allowed to. Yeah, a packed agenda is not. It doesn't mean success.
Right. It doesn't show how worthy you are with how much stuff you're doing. Like that's a big one, especially for me too. Like productivity does not equal like that you're good, that you're doing good. Like no. I mean, you need that time to recharge so that you can do better like the next day. But like you still need that time to like just chill.
Yeah.
It's part of it. That's part of your to-do list. Relax.
Yeah. Don't you feel sometimes that like you have a to-do list, right? And you don't like Monday I'm supposed to do this because you have 10 things and you don't finish them. I don't feel like that anymore, but I used to feel like, oh, I failed. I didn't do the 10
Me
things.
too.
Maybe it wasn't supposed to be. Maybe if you do the 10 things, you'll be like drained.
Right, and then it's just like what it like those 10 things, then the next day you do zero because you're so tired.
Right?
When you could have just done five, and then maybe like six, and then but like the things that are of value, like there's certain things that probably don't even have to be there.
Yeah, and if you didn't finish, that's okay too. Don't feel like a failure. Just, okay, next day. Oh. Wasn't supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, nothing and nobody can give you happiness. Not a man, not a job, not a girl, nothing. It's something that can't be taken away. It's something that is inside. It's intrinsic. Accepted, and it's already there. You just have to just say it. Say that it's already there.
Yeah, and also it's funny when you're gonna buy a book, you go to the back and then you're like real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it or I don't like it. That's not how it's supposed to do with your own life. So we think that our life is like that. Like you're gonna like in 5 years. I struggle with that. Like, how do you see yourself in 5 years? How do you see yourself in 10 years?
I
It's
gave
like
up.
you cannot predict that. And for me myself, like, please, you don't have to agree with me. Like, what if that doesn't go that way? How are you gonna feel? Like, I'm scared of writing. Oh, in 5 years I'm gonna feel this or certain way. In 10 years, because if that doesn't happen, you're gonna feel like a failure.
Yeah,
and
it's too much of a high expectation.
Yeah. And we said it at the beginning of the first episode. Your brain is not able to predict what is gonna make you happy in the future. She said, like, it's inside of you. It's not on a list. It's not something that you write down. And it doesn't have to make sense. It's like, it's because you haven't seen something like your life before doesn't mean that it's not okay. Like, you're creating something new. Your life is something new and unique. It doesn't have to make sense. Your job, there's so many new jobs that are like, wow, like they're paying them to do this. Like, it's a new world. You have to open your eyes. It is a new world.
Yes, it is.
And you are allowed to be great at so many things, and they don't have to be related. At the beginning, I used to feel like a little bit ashamed to have too many hobbies. It's like, yeah, it's like, why do you have to look like so many things and do so many things? And I was like, it makes sense. Like, no, it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be related. I like drawing or painting doesn't have to be with the music or with the photography. They don't have to be correlated. You don't have to be perfect at it. We are not limited. Human beings and our brains are infinite. When you go to a computer, you know how much space you have left. This is infinite, like infinite. Like,
and so is the love of God.
Keep it going. Yeah, we are made a su imagen y semejanza. So we are like, he made us like him. He's infinity, and he wants us to think like that. Like,
exactly.
Our purpose is beyond what we can see.
That like unlocked. That's so
right. Cool. And not even for this earth. Like, us, we know we're preparing for something greater out of this planet. So why don't you just enjoy your short period of time here, right?
Yeah, we have eternity. We have the new Jerusalem to look forward to with our mansions. And then in continuation, so like you can like with what you said about having a variety of hobbies. Like you can have a variety of jobs. Like right now I'm babysitting. I'm doing social media, and hopefully soon I'll be doing web design. So it's like, it's not they don't have to match, but I like these things. And, I still love taking care of kids, even though I'm no longer a teacher. So it's like, hey, do it all if you can, right? And, you know, just because you have all these things, like, you don't have to be 100% good in all of them. You can be good at some things because honestly, we're human. Like, we do have limits, right? Um, but like, yeah, let's be honest. But like, it's okay. Embrace it. You don't have to. You don't have to be like. This is a good one. Like, um, don't think of your life as like a novel or like a movie. Like, not everything is gonna be super interesting. Like, there's certain times where it's just gonna be like a really like, calm period of just like not much going on. But that's in preparation. So, don't relate your life to like a, I don't know, what's a popular movie? The Hunger
Movies
Games.
and
I don't
in
know.
general, like I, I like to watch K dramas.
Oh yeah.
I love
Oh
it. I'm
my
like,
gosh.
ooh, ah, but at the same time, it's like
That is so not real.
it's funny. I laugh
Why?
at all those things, like because I like them, but I already know like this is fake. Like
Extremely.
I find it really funny because how fake it is. So it's funny, and other people is like,
I know, and it's just like slow motion, like you drop a pen and they pick it up and you're like, wow. So to kind of wrap this up, I think this is a good way of saying, like, having all those really bright things about your personality and like all the things that you know how to do and different hobbies you have, like, just because someone else may be a little bit more narrow-minded and fit into that old way of thinking, like, don't dull your shine just to make them feel comfortable.
what the fake?
Yeah, or to fit like their mold, So it's like, make your own mold, be proud of that, embrace it, talk about it, and let God work through you.
Yes, we are great. Like I was saying, like God made us to be the best. So that's the thing. Like the best version of yourself doesn't have to look to something that you have seen before or somebody that you have
Yeah,
seen before.
yeah.
Maybe you're on the best version of yourself, but you cannot see it. So please.
Just know it's there, it's coming. Yeah, it's about to be here.
Yeah.
It's about to knock on your door.
Yeah. Embrace it. Embrace yourself. Embrace every little thing. I want to keep talking, but like this is the end.
So we hope you enjoyed and were able to take something from our little dive into the book of 101 essays that will change the way you think by Brianna Wiest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, we just took like 2 or 3 chapters of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel different?
I learned a lot.
It's like,
I learned a lot. I'm going to use most, if not all of these things.
and let's
in my
finish
life.
the book. It's like, wow.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a book club.
Yeah, I haven't been able to finish because I have to internalize all of this.
It's chunky.
Like with just one paragraph, you can study that paragraph like a whole week, and I'm
That's so true.
it's such a
Yeah.
good book.
Yeah, take your time we said a lot, so definitely take your time and take what you need from it. You don't have to take everything because it is a lot. And yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Share this with your friends, share this with family. And remember, I got you.
Yeah, share Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, and please leave us a comment.
Let us know if this has helped or if you want to know more about something. Yeah.
And remember that we don't talk about things that we haven't experienced.
No tenemos verdad absoluta. It's okay to disagree with us.
Y que Dios los bendiga.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Guys,
I'm sad.
we're sad because yeah, we have to end.
Yeah.
We have to end the season.
The next episode is the end of season 1 for Toco Nosotras. And we're also happy. I am happy to, like, you just said at the end of an era.
Yeah, it's the end of an era, but we're going to take time, regroup, and come back bigger and better.
Yeah.
Si Dios quiere.
Yeah. And the next episode is going to be alive.
Yes, so you guys gotta be there and
Yeah.
spread the word. We're gonna start promoting and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And Christmas is coming. I hope you guys, did you guys buy your gifts yet?
We're gonna start doing that
We'll
soon.
do that soon. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Que Dios te bendiga.
Bye.